Right now, as you're listening to this, there are millions of tiny engines inside your body, just working away. They're replacing old cells, they're healing tissues, and they're quite literally keeping you alive. Today, we're going to dive into this incredible, constant cellular dance. This is the process that lets us grow, heal, and just exist. So, let's get into it. I mean, have you ever really stopped to think about it? You get a paper cut, and a few days later, it's just gone. How does that even happen? Or what about this? How do we go from a single microscopic cell to the trillions of cells that make you, well, you? It's kind of wild to think about. But these aren't just big philosophical questions. Nope, there's a real, concrete, biological answer. And the answer to both those questions? It's the same thing. It's this beautifully orchestrated process called cell division. Think of it as the biological engine that drives literally everything, from healing that little paper cut to building an entire person. It is life's master instruction for renewal and reproduction. Okay, so to really get how this all works, we need to zoom in a bit and look at it up close. Let's start with the absolute basics of this constant renewal that life is all about. So at its very core, the definition is actually pretty simple. Cell division is just the process where one parent cell divides into what we call daughter cells. It's basically the original divide and conquer strategy, and it's what makes sure life can continue and thrive. But of course, it's not just one simple split. Our bodies are way more sophisticated than that. You can kind of think of it like this. We've got two very different, highly specialized dances for cell division, and each dance has its own unique purpose and a totally different outcome. All right, let's meet the first of these dances. This is the one that's responsible for all your day-to-day growth and repair. It's called mitosis, and the best way to think of it is as the body's perfect copier. So let's break down the essentials here. Mitosis happens in what scientists call our somatic cells. All that means is it's basically every cell in your body that isn't a sex cell. So we're talking skin, muscle, nerve cells, you name it. Its whole mission is just growth and repair. And get this, to give you a sense of scale, your body uses this process to create something like 2 trillion new cells every single day. And the final result is always the same. 2 daughter cells that are perfect, identical genetic copies of the original. That photocopier analogy, yeah, it's spot on. And this cellular photocopier works in a super precise 4-step dance. First up is prophase. This is where all the loose genetic stuff coils up really tightly into those X-shaped chromosomes you see in textbooks. Next is metaphase, and a great way to remember this is M for middle, because all those chromosomes line up single file right down the center of the cell. Then you've got anaphase. Here, the 2 identical halves of each chromosome get pulled apart, heading to opposite ends of the cell. And finally, there's telophase. The cell starts to split, 2 new nuclei form, and boom, you've got 2 brand new, totally identical cells. Okay, so that was our first dance. Now it's time for the second performance, and this one has a completely different goal. This is meiosis, and its job isn't to make perfect copies. Its job is to create genetic diversity. Yeah, meiosis is a whole different beast. This process only happens in our germ cells. Those are the ones that produce sperm and eggs. Its only purpose is sexual reproduction, and the result is pretty astounding. One parent cell produces 4 unique daughter cells. Each one is genetically different from the original and different from each other. So if mitosis is a photocopier, meiosis is more like a genetic remixer. So where does this incredible remix actually happen? How does it create so much variety? Well, the secret sauce, the key to all this diversity, happens during a very special step called crossing over. So what exactly is that? Well, crossing over is when genetic material gets exchanged between what we call homologous chromosomes. That's just the chromosome you got from your mom and the one you got from your dad. Imagine them getting real close and literally swapping little segments of themselves. It's kind of like taking 2 different family recipes, trading a few key ingredients, and ending up with 4 brand new dishes. This genetic shuffling is the very engine of evolution. All right, so we've met the copier and the remixer. Now let's put them head-to-head to really hammer down the differences. It's time for mitosis versus meiosis. Let's just lay out the key differences between these 2 super important processes. Okay, this table really lays it all out perfectly. First, where does it happen? Mitosis is in your body cells. Meiosis is only in your germ cells or sex cells. How many divisions? Mitosis gets the job done in 1 round, but meiosis needs 2 full rounds. The output? Mitosis gives you 2 identical cells, but meiosis gives you 4 unique ones. The genetic makeup is identical for mitosis, but different for meiosis. And here's a huge one, the chromosome number. Mitosis keeps the number the same as the parent cell. Meiosis, on the other hand, cuts that number in half, which is crucial for fertilization. And of course, that all-important crossing over? Nope, doesn't happen in mitosis. That's a meiosis-only special event. You know, this whole process is just so incredibly precise. It's like a high-stakes performance happening constantly inside of us. But that also means things can sometimes go wrong. Which brings us to our final section. What happens when this division process goes wrong?
I mean, it's an almost flawless system, right? Honed by billions of years of evolution. But what are the real consequences when this intricate cellular dance stumbles?
Well, thankfully, our bodies actually have a plan for that. The cell cycle isn't just a blind process running on autopilot. It has these built-in safety checkpoints. You can think of them like tiny little quality control managers, constantly checking for any DNA damage and making sure all the steps are done correctly before giving the okay for the cell to divide. But what happens when those checkpoints fail? When those little quality control managers are, say, asleep at the wheel? The result is one of the most feared outcomes in all of medicine: uncontrolled cell division. And we know that as cancer. Yeah, this complete failure of regulation is what allows tumors to form, and it's what drives cancers like leukemia. This also helps us understand how something like chemotherapy works. Those drugs are specifically designed to target and kill cells that are dividing rapidly and out of control, which is the very definition of a cancer cell. So that's what can happen when the copier, mitosis, goes haywire. But errors aren't just limited to that. A stumble during the meiosis dance, the remixer, can also lead to some really profound genetic disorders. Just think about this number for a second, 21. That number represents trisomy 21. That's a condition where an error during meiosis results in an embryo getting an extra copy of the 21st chromosome. And this is the genetic cause of Down syndrome. It's a really powerful and very real example of what happens when that cellular remix goes wrong. So you really see this profound duality here, right? The very same cellular dance that builds us up and repairs us can also, when it stumbles, be the source of some really devastating diseases. It's this delicate balance between perfect order and, well, potential chaos. Which leaves us with one last big question to think about. Knowing everything we know now, what part of this fundamental dance of life will we learn to control next?